You know nothing, Jon Snow. Anyone get that reference? I'm here to cover yet again another piece of news. This time in regards to Kit Harington's Black Knight, hinted in the Eternals post-credit scene, and whether or not he is going to make a return to the MCU. According to Kit Harington himself, he is optimistic, but, however, he is still not aware of the decision making regarding the Black Knight. And I quote, and this is true, I don't know much of what they're planning. And I hope to be involved in future stuff of that character with Dane Whitman. And that he might go on and be the thing that everyone quotes at me in the street. As if Jon Snow isn't the subject of that. But continuing on, I honestly don't know. I don't know what their plans are. I know we're going into a kind of Phase 5. Alright, so here is how I think that the Black Knight is going to appear again in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think that the Black Knight is going to show in Blade, which is filming after 2 weeks. In the last credit scene of Eternals, the Black Knight is last spotted with a sword, and then we hear Blade's voice. The likelihood is that the Blade movie will follow up on that very scene. There is something that I think we should remember about Marvel Studios when it comes down to contractual obligations and whatnot. Unlike before, in fact, this is relatively recent, Marvel has stopped giving actors multi-billionaire contracts, like they've formerly done with Brie Larson, Samuel L. Jackson, and so on. Instead, the actors in the MCU are contracted for whatever movies that they are supposed to appear in, and it is up to them and the other party to negotiate another contract. That might be the case for the Black Knight character and the uncertainty surrounding it. This might be the case as well of having to cut Kit Harington another check or extend his existing contract for whatever the MCU is planning in the long run. Perhaps, and this is just speculation, there might be a Black Knight movie or trilogy. Eternals might have been his first official debut. At the same time, I get why Black Adam might only be in a few movies as opposed to Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, or as we've been noticing lately, Benedict Wong as Wong in numerous Phase 4 projects. Kit Harington is going to return for a sequel to one of the most popular television series, Game of Thrones, for a separate Jon Snow sequel. That might include other stuff that we haven't heard about, and it's also like a clear indication that Kit Harington will have a fully booked schedule, and since the MCU distributes 3 movies per year, it might be too much of a fast pace for Kit Harington to accommodate when he has another massive show coming out dedicated to him. If you're Kit Harington, wouldn't you go where the biggest payday is? Like, would you rather reprise the role of a popular character in the popular TV series, Jon Snow, get paid significantly more, probably, because, my guess is since the show is all about you, or, would you rather return as Black Knight in the MCU in a Blade movie, or whatever? But maybe your pay might be less, since you could just be a side character, unless you get your own Black Knight movie. Furthermore, I think that in order to guarantee Kit Harington's re-emergence as a Black Knight, it is absolutely essential to grant him a competitive pay grade so that he can ditch the new Game of Thrones sequel for a little while longer and make bigger bank over at Marvel. What would you guys do if you're Kit Harington contemplating reprising your role as the Black Knight? Would you rather adjust your focus on being in other projects, whether it be television shows or movies, which we would definitely talk about on the Cinema Courtroom? Would you invest your time, energy, and talent for the biggest comic book series? Whatever your decision as Kit Harington may be, I would be very interested to hear your insight.